a lot of people were doing the same thing, but at the time it was like very counterculture, very like, anti big popular thing.
Well, it's
Like,
crazy. Like a lot of people were doing the same thing, but it was always like a microcosm in every high school across America.
right,
So even like
right,
even though,
right,
but
right.
like collectively, it was a
Yes.
massive movement. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like even when I think about this is not somewhat related, but somewhat not related. Like I was looking up some Bon Iver songs last night, and Skinny Love has 750 million streams.
Yes, huge.
You know what I mean? But like Justin Bieber and some of his stuff only gets 14 million.
Right.
And it's like, wait, but it was at the time like that. Okay, go from hardcore then to like the Sad Boy a little bit later into like Skinny Love in like college time.
Yeah.
Like that was popular, but it wasn't pop.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think it touched a chord with like a lot of people, I mean, that's, to me, it's like if you bring up Bon Iver, most people would know Skinny Love, But yeah, it's definitely not anthemic rock, it's definitely not like fill a stadium song. But again, to that idea of the Noah Khan thing where it's like that story behind that is like, which I'm sure but it's like Bon Iver's like in a band in North Carolina, has a girlfriend, breaks up with this girlfriend, band breaks up. He's like totally distressed, moves back home to Wisconsin. His dad has like a hunting cabin in the middle of nowhere. He takes like some recording gear, goes out to this hunting cabin for like a month and just records Skinny Love and that whole For Emma Forever Ago album. And that to me is like, so like a piece of that is like the story of that, I think goes a long way in helping it gain traction. Cause it's like, guy goes away, sad, writes a bunch of interesting music in the woods by himself alone. Like that's a good story, But then the second part of it is like, or maybe the main part of it is that it's just phenomenal. It's like, how did one guy do all of this by himself, totally alone in the woods? So devoid of the story, it still, I think, reaches 750 million people. But I think the story helps a lot as well.
Without a doubt. It's crazy too because I think, in my 18, 19, 20, I think a lot of my internal angst was two things. One, like I can do anything, I can take over the world. And two, oh my God, I got my heart broken by a girl. Those are like so exactly what I was going through in those moments. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's almost like a young man's journey is both of those things at the same time.
Yes. Yes.
And so to think like I could go into the woods alone and just manifest this piece of thing while also being like, damn, I feel for the lad because I'm in that position too.
Totally, dude. Yeah. And then being able to like articulate that in a way that like, touches people. And again, going to like the unique thing where it's like, and this, I think this also goes back to the hardcore roots where it's like, it was very different than anything at the time. It's very different now than anything. And I mean, obviously you have like spawns of Bon Iver, but I think, being able to like capture that idea in a very original way goes such a long way.
Those two during that time period. So like my favorite artist during that time period before 22 Million, it was like a very close niche of basically Ben Howard, Passenger, Bon Iver, and then Kid Cudi and Kanye.
Interesting.
And then it like that during that era, and then I graduate from college, and then I go like that next year, fall of 2015, and fall of 2016, and 22 Million comes out.
Right.
And then everything was different for me.
Yeah.
Because it was just like this is like the most thing that I've ever heard that was so different, so fucking cool.
Yeah.
It was just it blew my absolute socks off.
Dude, that's interesting because it's like the two things merging, right? Because like before then he collaborates with Kanye. Because like after like he does For Him Forever Ago, and then he does
Bon Iver.
Yeah, the self-titled. Wins the Grammy for that. And then shortly after he's like almost quits because he's like, I think maybe like trying to live up to the album or something. He almost never wrote for 22 Million, and then is like does like the voice memo for I think Is it Over Soon? Yeah, the first song. Anyways, and then he's like experimenting with there's like an instrument that they use to produce that, like Teenage Engineering. Have you heard of this? Like it's like a little keyboard. But anyways, the experimentation, I think with Kanye and like those collaborations, I think all of that leading to that album, like, yeah, dude, he like totally reinvented what he was doing, and in a way that, I mean, the interesting thing about that album to me is like a lot of it's unintelligible.
Yeah, it's just pure emotion, dude.
Yeah.
It's just pure a feeling. I love it.
But it doesn't make any sense.
It does make so much sense, though. Like, I feel like it makes so much sense.
But why does it work?
Because it rules. Well, have you ever been to somebody trying to do that kind of music and it doesn't work?
Oh, for sure.
Right? And you're just like, fucking A, why is my head being blown out right now?
Yes.